So I bought this truck from an 86-year-old man. He bought it from a car lot out west. And prior to that, this thing was in California. Spectacularly clean truck. Although, being an 86-year-old man, he bumped into some things. So one of the first things I had to do when I bought this truck is straighten out some stuff. The quarter panels were both smashed in the back, and it was pushing against the hatch. So one of the very first things I had to do was spread the quarter panels back out, which they were straight, they were okay. They were just pinching the hatch. So got that taken care of so you could open and close the hatch. So the next thing after getting the hatch fixed was it kind of had a smile. The bumper kind of twisted over. I've got pictures of it. It wasn't that bad, but it certainly had a messed up smile. So I don't think I had to take that loose, but one of the very first things I did to this truck is fix its smile, fix the hatch. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, we're looking pretty good. So I bought all new lights to put on this truck. The day after I put all new lights on the truck, took my kids to get an eye exam. Two people were road raging in front of me. Drove into the sunlight, and it's my fault. When I drove into the sunlight, I should have stopped. I didn't. Plowed into the back car of the two people road raging. Tore the truck up. So, the day after I put new lights on it, I wrecked it. The history of the truck, I really wanted to fix the truck. So, I bought it back from the insurance company. Well, this was my first experience with USAA. And the USAA ended up taking the truck to an auction house and selling it. And they took my 86-year-old owned California truck and they took it off-roading. I got a call from the auction house saying, hey, we need the title of this truck. We've sold it to somebody. I said, no, you've stolen it from me. You need to get my truck back. So the truck came back, and it took me months to settle with the insurance. By the time I had settled with the insurance, I'd had to buy my crew cab so I'd get back to work, so I'd go make some money. At that point in time, I was driving a fair amount. So I get my crew cab, I'm back on the road, and I just parked this. There was no need. But I did look, keep an eye out for parts, doing my usual me, and I found all the parts to put this thing back together. So I did. I finally get everything together. And guess what finally becomes available in my area? Fiber internet. So cool. I call them, okay. I need me some fiber internet. So they come out and they put in some internet for me. Guess I'll have to take that off the truck. Off another truck. So, I think that comes loose back here, does it not? The parts to fix the truck are all stacked up behind my house. Well, missing that clip too. Great. So the guys that come out and install my internet, they do me an awesome solid of walking and smashing all the body panels that I bought to fix this thing. So now I'm really frustrated, really annoyed, and I just decide that I'm gonna park this. I'm just not gonna fix it for a while. And that's exactly what I did. I just parked it. Figured I'd get back around to it when I got back around to it. And it's set for almost 2 years. Finally got to a point where I really needed the truck. And I needed to go ahead and make a move on getting it fixed. So we do that. We go ahead and we make the move. We start putting this thing back together. Drive it. I don't have much problems out of it. But it becomes readily obvious that I need a bigger truck. So if you're keeping track, I've now put this truck together twice. Well, I sell it to a friend of mine. He has a truck for all of about a week. And he decides the best idea he's got for the day is to park the truck in a ditch at like 45 miles an hour. Took out the passenger side of the truck. So, we put the truck back together for a third time. At this point, I'm just ready to throw the truck away. I'm tired of fixing it. But we fix it for a third time. Now, buddy drives it for about another month after the third time we fix it. He fell asleep. Hit a guardrail with it. And once again, tears the truck up. At this point, I'm out of white body panels, so I can't fix the truck again. So we just end up buffing the side of it out, leaving it wrecked. But the whole time I had this truck, it never leaked a drop. Didn't burn oil, didn't leak a drop. You could drive it as long as you wanted. When you change the oil, it was still full. Why won't you come off? Lo and behold, under new ownership, this thing leaks oil bad, like uses 2 or 3 quarts a week. So I pull the oil pan off of it because that's where it looks like it's leaking oil. But it's definitely not leaking oil from the oil pan. It's okay. We ended up putting the O-ring in it, doing all that jazz. It's got good oil pressure now, which this truck's never had impressive oil pressure, if I'm honest. It's got good oil pressure now. So he drives it a bit longer, and the oil pump leak comes back with an absolute vengeance. This thing is dumping fuel like there is no tomorrow. So I get underneath and I pressure wash this truck. End up burning myself in the process, but I pressure wash every inch of this truck. And we start looking for the oil leak. You can't find an oil leak on this truck anywhere. It just does not seem to have one. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's no sign of where the oil is coming from. So, and what I could only call a last-ditch effort, we're gonna try the valley plate, because I think that's about the only gasket that hasn't been replaced on this truck. I believe that is everything I need to undo to get the intake. That one. Yep, looks like it all. Let the air compressor build back up. If y'all watched any of my videos, you know I've already been in this motor before, doing the exact same thing. But I only put NOx sensors in it last time. I did not take the time to put an intake valley gasket. And everything appears to be the intake valley gasket. Or just the valley gasket, whatever you want to call it. That's what appears to be the problem. So that's what we're doing today, is putting a valley intake set of putting valley gaskets on it. We seem to have missed one. Get the fuel line off. Yes. All right. Is that everything? I do believe it is. No. Out. Way.
Plug you in just for safekeeping. Seems everything's in place.
Well, another video that would have been ruined if I was depended solely on the Insta360.
Okay.